Heyo, this is Thomas from Believe in the Run.
This is Robbe with Believe in the Run.
And this is Meaghan with Believe in the Run.
And you're listening to the Drop, our weekly podcast about all things running. And boy, am I excited this week because we have some exciting stuff going on.
Thomas is on like the upswing of a manic upswing.
It is. Grit gets me all fired up. You know, I get these runs in, I build up some mileage, and I don't know, I get like I don't get the endorphin rush from running until it's multiplied. Mm-hmm. So like if I just go on a run, nothing happens. But if I go on a couple weeks of long runs, boom, all that shit comes together.
Until your body breaks down. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't want to knock on wood.
I don't think this is wood anyways. I think this is a synthetic.
Yeah. But speaking of grit, why don't we get into that? Why don't we see how everybody's doing?
Grit? Okay, sure. I guess we should probably tease at the top that we're going to be in Eugene, Oregon at the time of this podcast, we're in Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're there right now.
Like if you turn around and you're in Oregon and you're listening to us on your podcast, turn around right now because I'm probably right behind you.
Yeah. What did that happen?
That'd be so crazy.
Simulation. Yeah. But we're going to be there for the World Athletics Championships, which by the way, there's too many S's on those words.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why people just say worlds.
Yeah, that makes sense. But then you put another S on a word that didn't have an S before that.
True.
You could also just call it wacko.
Wacko. Mm-hmm. World Athletic. Okay. I'm into that.
Yeah.
Wacho. But yeah,
in Texas they call it Waco.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Waco Championships.
Branch Davidians. Yeah. Well,
there's people there that do. Meaghan, what's that show that you like that had the guy? They actually did something with who was the Brave Like Gabe? They did the 5K there.
Justine Grunwald.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah. Oh, I was going to spin it off and say, like the Branch Davidians, we are very cultish here. Hopefully you're one of our followers and believe in the run.
And hopefully the FBI does not.
Yeah, we just got flagged.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we're going to be there for Worlds with ASICs. We have some crazy good events lined up. We'll get into it in a little bit. But again, let's get into grit.
How do they sign up for that 5K that we're doing?
That's the part of we're going to get into it in a little bit. That's the teaser.
So stay tuned.
Well, might as well say it now. I'll put the links in the description.
All right.
And you can save $10. There's a code in there as well.
All right, cool. Cool beans.
Done. Clear that off the plate.
So, Robbe, how's your grit going, bro?
Oh, we're starting with me?
Yeah, let's start with you.
So far, so solid.
We can go around the table.
So far, so solid. I like that.
I mean, I'm averaging like 7 miles a day. I'm on pace for 226. I might be like 2 miles behind.
All right, but how many twisted ankles are you averaging?
Well, one in the beginning, and then today I was running with the stroller with my kids to school, and I just had the stroller with their backpacks, and they were running down this hill. Running up the hill?
Yeah.
Running down that hill?
That's crazy. You got to call Kate.
Anyways, I have that song stuck in my head for the next 5 days again. But we're running down, and I don't know if you've never run with a stroller, it's always awkward. It's the worst thing ever. And
you can't move your arms.
Right.
I can't move my arms.
Unless you're going down a hill, then sometimes I just let the stroller go, kid or no kid.
Real gamble.
Yeah. And your feet are kind of close to the wheels at times.
As they would be.
And this never happened to me before because I've always saved myself, but not today. And my foot landed on top of the wheel.
Weird.
Or on the back of it. And it basically just like, well, I guess kudos to Nike Pegasus for the good grip. It gripped onto the tire and just like took me the whole way around. And I just like totally road rashed like my whole body. And I got up and I mean, I felt like I slid for like 6 feet. I don't know how long it was.
I feel like running for you is a full contact sport.
It's weird because I haven't fallen down that much before. I think I've only fallen down like twice on the roads. Except today, and then I got up and it's just like my whole the skin was the whole way off. Had a rash down the side of my leg, and so that was cool. So now I'm just.
But Jonas and Rye were fine.
Yeah,
no,
they didn't laugh at me. So that was good.
That's gonna be my question. Like as a child, you see someone take a spill like
that.
No,
I think you'd be more concerned.
Yeah, I think they're at the age where they're still concerned and not like you. You would laugh.
I would. I don't
so
know if I would have laughed at you when you did that because I probably would have been worried about you.
Yeah.
Especially going downhill and the road rash and all that. And then I'd be afraid that you'd be upset all day if I laughed at you.
Actually, I'm kind of stoked because I feel somewhat okay. So I think I'll be all right. But other than that, that wasn't even part of my grip mileage either. That's what annoys me because I was just like walking them to school, running a little bit.
But sounds gritty.
Yeah, that's the grittiest thing ever. Not ever. But other than that, did a 14-mile long run on Saturday in the Skechers Persistence, by the way.
What did you think?
Well, it wasn't a good run. The night before, I had too much caffeine. I had like 2 cups of soda, like at Chick-fil-A. And
hitting it hard.
At nighttime?
Yeah, it was like on the way down to Ocean City.
What adults are drinking caffeine at nighttime?
I was thirsty. So I woke up in the middle of the night.
It's hard to get the Chick-fil-A grease down without a little Coca-Cola.
You need to pair it up. Diet Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Anyways.
Oh, Diet Dr.
I don't know. I don't know why
Lose
I like
the sugar, keep the caffeine.
Yeah, I don't know why I like the flavor better, but it's
That's
weird.
So weird. Yeah.
So anyways, I had terrible night's sleep, just like woke up in the middle of the night, probably thinking about grit or believing the run stuff, thinking how terrible my run was going to be, which made me like not sleep more. Forgot all my nutrition, so I just had a random pack of Cramp Crushers with me.
Of course you did.
And by the way, they were like, apparently they had opened when I was on the trails and fallen in the dirt. So every single bite I had was just full of grit.
Wait. You had a thing of Cramp Crushers that fell on the trails, and then you picked them up and put them back into the case?
I mean, it's a hot commodity. Like, I think the package was like open the whole way, and then it like fell. So it was like just dirt was everywhere in it.
That's when you just say goodbye to those things.
I don't know why.
They were free, by the way. It's not like you had to pay extra for this.
I mean, now that you say it, it sounds crazy.
Yeah, it does.
So anyways, I did have some of that iced tea mix with, I forget who mixed it. But anyways, so the whole run was just like a mess because I was tired. I had not enough nutrition.
Dirt Cramp Crushers.
It's still humid out. Yeah, it was not fun. But anyways, other than that, I lost. Can I tell you the story about losing the $20?
Why
You
not?
have to.
All right, this will be my part. We'll get it over with. So it was like
What's Megan's part?
I don't know. Yeah, you need to act it out.
Yeah,
I'll give you the.
That'd be good. We start doing skits.
Yeah,
while
you're the
Robbie
roll
does
of the
it.
$20 bill.
Okay.
All
Wait, no, that doesn't make sense because you were in my back pocket. So we went to the ocean and I had $20 in cash on me in my swimming trunks. And I was like, sweet.
Like people do.
Yeah. Because I was like, we're going to go to the arcade afterwards and I need that cash. Got to get those tickets. So, for some stupid reason, I jumped in the ocean with the $20.
I'll tell you what
pocket.
was stupid about that. You hear about how many shark attacks there are right now?
I think there was actually a shark there because they like told people to come in from off the.
Like, I know where this is going, and you're lucky that that's all that happened to you.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go too far. It was rough seas that day, but
Because of all the sharks swimming around.
yeah, there's bloody as hell.
Yeah.
But so I just jumped in, immediately got up, and I was like, yeah, that money's not there. And I was like, maybe I like left it in my my jacket pocket. It was actually pretty cool that day. So I went up, nowhere to be found. I was like, you know what? I'm going to find this $20 bill. I'm not giving up that easy. So I went back in the ocean. I'm like looking, like measuring the tides as a mariner would and seeing where
The drift.
where the drift is going. Start walking down that way. And I'm hoping to see it floating in the general vicinity. Got my eyes peeled. Turn around, like literally where I'm at, just on the shore, like 15 feet away from me on the shore. I see a guy bend down into the surf. Lo and behold, picks up a $20 bill out of the water. And I was like,
Did he pick it up though in like a celebratory, like, look what I found?
yeah, he was with his friends and he was like, oh, like found a 20. And I'm watching the whole scene unfold and I'm like, my hands are tied because I can't go up to the guy and be like,
Hey, that's my $20, man.
That would have made the story so much better.
right. And I was like, what am I supposed to say? That's my $20 for the arcade. My kids need to go.
Excuse me, do you have any money on you?
And so I just see him like walking down the beach with his friends, and I'm like, he's holding, like dangling that $20 bill.
Because you got to try it out.
Yeah, but it's like just insulting to me because I have to watch him, and I was so close. And then he goes up to his group of friends on the beach and just like holds it up like a trophy right in front of them. And I'm sitting there like 30 feet away from him, just watching this unfold. And I had to spin my mind, Steve Magnus style, to say to be like, you know what? I want that guy to experience that joy because that's a lifelong dream of mine, finding $20 in the ocean.
You gave a gift.
Yeah.
So you donated to joy.
Yep. And then there's a whole thing about trying to get $20 out of ATM. I'm not going to go into it, but it turns out that the arcade took credit card and they just have swipe cards. So,
yeah, you just buy tokens, right? Like credits.
Yeah, which they just changed recently.
Yeah.
So
you haven't been to a Dave & Buster's in a while.
No, I know they do it there, but this is like an old school arcade. So like this is the first year that they've done that.
Keeping up with the times.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Nobody carries cash anymore because you can lose it.
Yeah. But you know what I don't like about that new arcade system is that you don't get actual physical tickets anymore. So you can't really value the amount of, or teach your kids to value tickets. It's just a number on a card.
Well, I don't know that you want your kids valuing tickets, but unless they're going into the carny business.
Dude, candy necklaces, man. That's worth something.
I do think there is something weird. Like, even when you go to Vegas or something, and if you don't, like when you carry around a bucket of coins, it has weight, it has, there's a tangible thing. Now you go, and it's just like, it's kind of how I felt about Bitcoin. It's like, do I have Bitcoin?
Right. I guess it's like a credit card in general. You're like, oh, this isn't money. This is just a number.
Exactly. That's why you spend on a credit card. That didn't hurt.
Yeah. Anyways,
if you had a stack and you're watching it go lower and lower.
Yeah. They should have, it's a good idea.
You need to come up with an invention to satisfy that feeling.
The tactile feeling of cash.
What if the card got heavier the more was on it?
I think it's just called cash.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure cash. You can like put an app on your phone that like notifies you when you spend the money, so it's like alert, and then like you get that sense of.
I like that the heavier card feel. That's cool.
Yeah, we can figure that out. Here's 2 cards. Yeah. So before we go down too far in that rabbit hole, let's Meg, how's your running going? Because I know some of it because I was there, but is this the part where I need to know? Like, we get a lot of questions sometimes that people are like, "Yo, what's the deal? With Thomas and Meaghan?"
Everyone listening to this podcast knows we're married at this point.
Right. Now they definitely do.
But we traveled down to Charleston, South Carolina for the weekend for my nephew's first birthday and to see some family. And I thought it was hot and humid up here. It is next level.
Dude, we came back to Baltimore and I was like, it's winter here.
Yeah.
I remember I've been in Charleston in August for a wedding before, and I ran there, and I do remember that it's the hottest run I've ever had in my life.
It's not even the heat so much as the humidity.
Yeah.
Like it's like a
and we complain
blanket.
about the humidity here, and it does get up there. But maybe we just hit the weekend at the wrong weekend. The thing was, it was velvet outside. Like you went like imagine.
Nice.
Yeah. Imagine you were like, when you're under the covers and you're a kid and you think it's like fun, and then someone holds you down and you can't breathe, and all of a sudden you're like freaking out.
Yeah.
You walked out of our hotel and I felt like immediately you were being smothered with blankets.
Oh.
Yeah, and like even we got up early to run, and when I got up at like 6 a.m. and I opened my weather app, and it's like 82 feels like 90 at like 6 a.m. So there's like no avoiding it either. It's like you're just gonna die.
If there was one fortunate thing, it was somewhat overcast.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple times where the sun broke through, and then you were like, "Oh my God, there's lasers on me." Mm-hmm. And then
you had skin cancer.
The clouds would come over, and you'd be like,
whew. Did you jump in the fountain there, that pineapple fountain?
No, but I did. I that'll be part of my story when you get there. But so Meg, we decided smartly to park.
Oh well, so we wanted to run over the Ravenel Bridge, which is like the big bridge in Charleston that connects Mount Pleasant to downtown, and our plan was to park on the Mount Pleasant side where we were staying, and then run over, go run around downtown, and then come back to get in our long runs. And I haven't driven down there in a while, and so before you knew it, we were on the bridge and going over.
Oh.
And I was like, well, I guess we're parking on the other side.
Which ended up being a blessing.
Huh.
Yeah, because what we did is we ran over the bridge and back to start the run.
So that was the first, and that was about 6. It's about 6 miles to do that.
Yeah.
6 miles. So that knocked out the first 5, 6 miles. For me, 14-mile run. For Meg, 16. What was great was when we were getting out of the car, like Megan and I, we used to run together a lot. We don't run together as much anymore. She wants to go a little bit faster.
Well, you're too fast for her, so.
Yeah. And so we're going on the bridge, and she goes, well, we could run at least the first mile together. And if you know me, my strengths are uphill heat and keeping paces really quick. Right. So I'm like, I don't think so, Meg. I said, why don't you? I'm just going to run how I'm going to run. You go run. Within 50 feet, she was like a couple hundred yards, or I guess within 50
And
feet.
you didn't jump off the bridge?
No, it was great. It was, I don't mind it anymore. Like, I'm like completely at peace of just being like, go do your thing.
You just hear the "There She Goes" song by by the Laws.
Exactly. So she went up, and I mean, you can, I guess, tell.
Yeah, I mean, and then we ran around the Battery, which is just like the most beautiful part of downtown Charleston.
I was gonna say I get over the bridge.
Oh.
So it's up. The first part, like going from the Charleston downtown side, it's a long climb, but it's the same height as the other side. And then on the other side, it's a shorter climb, but it's steeper. So imagine.
Wait, the bridge is 2 shapes?
Imagine a brontosaurus. So like a brontosaurus back goes like that.
Uh-huh.
So this side is like a longer climb to the top.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes downhill real quick.
That's some wild engineering.
When you turn around, you kind of go up real hard
Okay.
and then down. So I go down, I run a little bit past the end of the bridge to turn around and go. I don't see Megan. Like, I expect to see her pass me.
Yeah.
When we go over there. So she ran around a little island or something that was down there.
There's this place called Patriots Point just along the water. So I just added in an extra mile or two around there.
So I run back over the bridge, and I'm in the thing. And it was so hot. Like, I stopped to take my first nutrition at around 6.5, 7 miles. And I was kind of like, this could be one of those days where maybe I just, it's not good. Like,
Call it early.
I'm feeling like little GI issues from the heat, and it's just
Dude, GI issues in the middle of a bridge?
No, I'm over it now.
Man.
I'm on the side. But
imagine upper decking off a bridge.
Yeah, watch out there. I'm in. There was it's along a railroad for a little bit, and it's just a chain link fence, and the sun came out, and I'm like getting blasted directly with heat.
Yeah.
My stomach's feeling a little weird. I get to 6.5. I take my Morton, and continue my run. I end up seeing Megan sooner or later.
At the top of the peninsula.
Yeah. And you're in a beautiful place to run. So as much as it sucked.
Oh, yeah. It's a great place.
The Battery is cool.
I just love the architecture and the houses there. Like, I could run on those streets all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I end up trying to find a water fountain because I've drank my handheld at this point. Mm-hmm. And I see a couple guys in this, in the...
Hold on. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I'll catch up after this.
All right. So I'm in that park at the end of the Battery or whatever. And I see a couple guys, and I'm like, hey, you guys, do you know where water fountain is? So they point me back in the direction I just came from. They're like, oh, it's over there. And one guy was like, he just came from over there. And I'm like, don't worry about it. I just need water. So I go run back over there. I see this girl. She's got Noosa Tries on. Uh-huh. And I'm like, so do you know where the water fountain is over here? And she goes, I'm a runner, and I've
never seen a water fountain.
There's never a water fountain over here. She goes, the only place I could tell you is over by the pineapple that Robbie likes to swim next to.
Yeah.
The pineapple, she's like, there's a dog park, and the dog park has water fountain. This girl saved my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I basically was out of water, and I was like...
Shout out to Charleston Noosa Try girl.
Yeah, and I think her dog's name was Bailey, I think.
And Bailey.
And I don't have a shirt on. All I have is Tracksmith shorts, which are tiny.
Yeah.
And so I can't...
You look crazy.
I can't go into a place to, grab water or whatever. So I finally get to the dog park, and it's it's the one with the bowl and the thing. I'm like, please let this thing be working, and the thing. So I was able to get the water.
Oh, so it did work. You didn't have to lap it out of the bowl.
I didn't have to drink out of the bowl. I thought about it though, like what happened.
Did you jump in the pineapple?
I didn't.
Man, how do you even not do that if you're that hot? I don't even get it.
I was so wet already.
Oh.
Like I couldn't have been more wet if it was like raining.
Yeah, it was wild. I also ran out of water, but I found a water fountain in one of the parks, and it was like very sketchy. Like it was like rusted. There was like still water in it, and I was like, if this kills me, I don't care, because I was like so thirsty. So filled it up and
probably a lot of iron in that water.
Yeah, I was like, I made it home. It's fine.
Like Civil War cannonballs.
Oh man.
But yeah.
So wait, how much water do you carry with you? Just a handheld?
I carried a handheld, and
so it's like 16 ounces. Yeah.
I don't understand. This is crazy. I want like a long run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Well, I typically,
can find
if I'm doing like a 20 miler or something, I'll have a spot where I'm going to refill.
But one time?
Yeah.
Okay, I did 14 miles here, and it was like 70 degrees. It was humid, but it was like 70, low 70s. Mm-hmm. I drank 64 ounces of water.
Maybe you were dehydrated from all that Chick-fil-A, though.
No, but I always feel that way. I was like, I had 2 waters, ran out of those like halfway, stopped at a community center, like filled them up again, and I was like, I felt like I was still thirsty.
I don't know, but I will tell you this. I used Tailwind for my run in my water. And that was amazing.
Yeah, are you using?
I did one thing of the performance tea, and which I like. Yeah, it's the same thing. Electrolytes. It's
doesn't it have all the electrolytes and calories?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it actually has a lot of calories.
Okay.
But I didn't take the salt. I took a salt stick afterwards, but the Graham Crushers are high in sodium.
See, so you should be holding on to some of it, but I don't know.
I wasn't even running.
I wasn't even running fast. It was like 15 pace.
Did you get that hyperhydration that I told you about from scratch?
No, I need to get that.
If you're drinking that much and you're that thirsty, the night before, take a hyperhydration before.
Yeah, I keep meaning to order that. Okay, that just like seems crazy to me, because I always see people on our Faster Bastards run like bring no water.
Yeah. They're crazy.
Seems
well, I can get by on the Faster Bastard because we know where the water fountain is, and now there's 2 water fountains. There's the one that's at the skate park.
I don't know.
And the one that's at the aquarium. But
I'll just take your advice then. Okay.
Yeah.
Get some scratch hydration.
The second day we ran again to a place called Shems Point.
Oh my goodness. So there's a place in Charleston called Shems Creek. Oh. And Thomas keeps calling it Shim Creek, which it's not that at all. But it's one of my favorite spots. There's a creek.
Yes.
And
I'd say.
And people go paddleboarding, boating, fishing.
Do you know that little town in Falmouth where we started the race?
Yeah.
It's that.
Toad's Hole.
Is that what it's really called?
Yeah.
No wonder I didn't remember it.
Don't put anything in Toad's Hole.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, Toad in the Hole, that breakfast, the English breakfast, that's a pretty weird thing.
What is that?
It's like where you should know this.
Are you talking about the bird in a basket? Egg in a basket?
Is it also called that?
Is it the toast where you put the fried egg in the middle of the toast?
Yeah, isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
That's a bird in a basket.
No way, is that the other term for it?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. It's an egg in a...
Dang, never thought about that.
Yeah, egg in a nest, egg in a basket.
What should have been
Toad in the Hole is a dish, and then what are you calling it?
Bird in a basket or something.
Bird in hand?
Just say, what do you call an egg?
All right. They both check out.
Same thing.
This is going to be a reader's poll.
I think there's
from where you're from kind of thing. So let us know if you call it a toad hole.
Toad in a hole.
Toad in the hole.
Toad in the hole. Or if you call it
birds in a nest.
Birds
in a basket.
I think there's another word for it too. That's the crazy thing. There's like a third thing.
You know what? There's been bad branding with this. But yeah, it's a nice little snack.
Wait, did you grow up eating that? Because your dad's from England, right?
He is, but no, we didn't eat that.
Oh, did you eat bangers and mash?
No, blood sausage.
Oh yeah, that's the one that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't touch that, but yeah, he did.
Okay.
I tried it when I was in Ireland.
That's so
Tastes
gross.
like scabs.
Oh God.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a patty of scabs. Scab patty.
I mean, is it fried?
I don't know. It probably is.
That could turn the corner.
Anyway, So that run was another one that was just like, it's so hot. And the reason I'm telling you this is we got done with that. We did, I think that was like 9 miles that we did that one.
Yeah.
And then, so we came back to Baltimore on early flights. We had to be up at 4 and we flew back and we got here and I was like, the air feels really nice. Mm. And normally, I mean, July is not a good month in Baltimore.
It was pleasant though. The last.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, the rest of the country seems like they're in this hellish heat wave and fires are burning up California. But
that's evergreen.
We got back and it was just so nice to run. Like even though I was exhausted from being up, like we got up at 4. Our flight. What time do you think we were here? It felt like midnight or 10 p.m. and
we were here at like 8:30 in the morning on Sunday.
Yeah, and it was like 11 when we went for our run, and it felt amazing.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
if you hate it here, just go somewhere worse and then come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we should talk about ASIC stuff like Eugene.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
We're heading there Thursday. So when you hear this, we'll be there, which is Friday.
Like I said,
we're
turn
doing a early morning group run.
Friday, July 15th at 8:30 a.m., which is in the past now. We did a group run at Eugene Running Company. That was great. Had such a great time.
It was. I really love the smells out here.
Yep. Saturday, July 16th at 8 a.m., we're doing another group run from the A6 Uplift House. By the way, all the details will be in the description. So that's going to be with us, New Generation Track and Field, and Kafuzi. Going to have Nova Blast 3 demos, so hopefully I'll finally be able to try the dang shoe.
I love that shoe. That was it. I put more miles on that shoe this weekend. I love it. I love it. I love it.
More than last one?
I do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it is
really good.
such
crazy.
a good shoe. Like it's one of those shoes that when you're running easy, just feels so comfy, like a Hoka. Mm-hmm. And then when you kind of want to pick it up, I feel like it moves along.
It does it all.
There's gonna be a full breakfast after that, so that's interesting.
What included in a full basket? Like, will we have birds in a basket? Maybe toads in a hole?
We should have put that on the rider.
I'll put that in a request.
Hot buttered pretzels.
What else?
Waffles.
Bloody Marys, I guess. I don't think they're doing waffles, and you know why.
Yeah.
They've got that big pancake.
What's the alternative to waffles? I guess pancakes and French toast.
That big pancake company out there.
Oh.
I think.
I don't know. Pancakes are a little overrated to me, but don't you think?
Yeah. It's flat cake.
It's like how many when people order like a tall stack at IHOP or whatever, that's why would you need a stack of dough or
It's
whatever?
basically a cake.
Why are you hating?
I don't know. It's just
Do you like pancakes?
I mean, they're okay.
I
don't
eat
hate
them
them.
often, but I just think like
Often?
a whole like once a month.
Wow, that is
I
awesome.
have kids, I'm gonna make them pancakes. It's like the easiest thing ever to make. And then, but like a whole stack. That's what I don't like. The stack of pancakes. Diversify your breakfast.
So you want like one pancake with some eggs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
okay.
When the kids were little, Megan would
Denny's
make
Grand Slam.
There you go. When the
Sorry.
kids were little, Megan would make them pancakes.
Yeah.
And I would like them. You know, I should get you back doing that because instead of eating graham cracker before my run, I'd love like just one pancake.
Fold it up. You can fold it up in your pocket too.
Yeah. But if you go swimming, you might lose it. And then you're going to see somebody standing on the beach holding it over their head.
That might make me more mad.
I got your pancake. Magic sea pancake.
Sea salt flavored pancakes.
Ugh.
But do you put chocolate chip in yours? Mm-mm. Oh, okay.
I was eating
That's
them.
a hard no.
I was eating them
A
without.
hard no?
That's a hard no. You do not put chocolate chips in your pancakes.
I would if I had whipped cream.
Okay.
Like, what are you doing? That's not breakfast anymore.
Then put some ice cream on it.
See, we've moved on to dessert.
I mean, syrup is like basically all the sugars in one, so you might as well just add some more.
I mean, you could just do a birthday cake, like icing, pancake, icing, pancake, icing, pancake, and then frost the whole thing. That would be a pretty intense cake.
Yeah. It's kind of like stuffed French toast. It's similar.
I think those are crepes.
Crepes?
Yeah.
What's that like?
They fight with the Bloods.
It's like a thin pancake.
The Crips versus the Blood Sausage. Gang,
wow.
gang violence at breakfast.
We have talked entirely too
All
much
right, so
about pancakes.
yeah. So, anyways, that's all the food we just mentioned will be at that breakfast. That's free.
There better be bacon.
There's definitely
I
bacon.
mean, has to be.
Hash browns.
tater tots. That's a weird one because tater tots is a dinner food, but it's also the same as hash browns.
Here's the other thing. When I lived on the West Coast, over here on the East Coast, you guys do hash browns like little square potatoes.
Yeah.
On the West Coast, it's the shredded.
Oh,
kind,
yeah.
Which I totally prefer.
Waffle House style. That's weird because Waffle House is shredded.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That is the best. I don't understand why anybody would do it any different way.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you on that.
Crispy.
The McDonald's hash browns are pretty legit. So then...
That's a flat tater tot.
Yeah, it is. So then Sunday, July 17th at 6 a.m., we're doing the A6 Uplift 5K. So we're running the same course as the men's marathon, right? I mean, like 5K.
It's cool. So they're going to go off, and then we get to follow them on the same course until they...
Follow them.
I mean...
Pretend.
See them disappear in the distance.
You know there's going to be some guys that can get, like, kind of close to hanging.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if it's a marathon pace...
Right.
And you think Brandon can keep up for a little bit?
No, I don't think they're going to be set off that close to each other. I think it's going to be let them go, and then we'll probably have 10 minutes.
I don't know.
No,
Not
it's
that
two.
long.
I think it's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 minutes?
Which is still long.
2 minutes, Brandon would have to
Yeah.
run a sub 4 minute mile.
He could do it. We believe in you, Brandon.
All right. So, anyways, that's at like 6 a.m. and you can save $10 by using code WCH22 Oregon.
WCH22 Oregon.
I think it's Oregon, but I'm going to say Oregon because I'm reading it, and I think that's how it should say. I should say it.
Your savings are gone.
So yeah, just Google the Uplift 5K in Eugene. It's registrations on Race Roster. You'll find it.
So I'll put what I'm going to do is put a link in the description to our post about it on our website, and it has all the details.
There you go.
And then
I hear that Emma Bates will be buying lunch for all the people that break 20 minutes.
oh wow, okay, I'll put that in there.
That's not true.
That's put an asterisk
Yeah.
by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, flush with all that the winning purse from the marathon. Then
Yeah.
the next day.
There we go.
Is the women's marathon on Monday?
Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then, nothing on Monday for us as far as group runs, but then our last day there, Tuesday, July 19th, another group run with Kafuzi and special guest Dina Castor. That's also at the E6 Uplift House. So
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, at this point, Kafuzi's practically like we're like cousins.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you see us, chances are
Kissing cousins.
you might see Kafuzi.
Not that. I'm excited to hang out with them as always. I'm kind of anxious. Their schedule's insane, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna be everywhere.
We're going to have to learn all of the sports.
I think, yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. We got a flight out there.
Yeah.
Anything else about Oregon that we need to cover? I don't think so.
No, but if you're out in Eugene, definitely come find us because we'll be there from
Dude,
Friday to Tuesday.
I'm actually nervous about just fitting in running.
I know the grip miles they're going to be challenging.
How are we going to do that?
What are you talking about?
A lot of doubles, triples,
You
running
guys
places.
realize we're from the East Coast.
Yeah.
If we stay somewhat on East Coast time, we got plenty of time. Like
Okay.
if we have a group run at 8,
All right. Well,
that's
we'll see how
really
that
a
plays
group
out.
run at what?
11:30.
Boom.
All right. Well, we'll see. I did want to talk about real quick. I don't know. I feel like we're on a good mood. This would bring it down.
No, bring it down. Bring
don't
it down.
bring it down.
Bring it down.
Well, no. I just want to say, did you see the Mo Farah thing?
I heard that all I saw was the headline.
Yeah.
That he said that he was trafficked to the UK.
Yeah, when he was 9 years old.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I didn't see that.
What does that mean, though?
So he's Somali born, and obviously the 90s in Somalia were in a great place. And his mom sent him to live with his uncle. I'm still unclear like how it happened, but he was sent to live with a family in England, but it turned out that they were just like he was, those like servants that people have that they live there and get fed, but they just
Like an
work
indentured servant?
Yeah, that's basically what it is. But I think it's a very common thing in like the Middle East and stuff for this. I mean, it's a very common thing in general, I think, in some places. So when he was 9 years old, he just like, he got there, they tore up all his papers. They're like, you'll never see your family again unless like you do everything we say. And then basically cooked, cleaned, took care of their kids. Like, yeah, indentured servant.
When he was 9?
When he was 9, yeah.
He was taking care of kids when he was 9.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, to what degree, but and he never told him, because he always said that his parents like were refugees and like he grew up in England, but he never.
How did he end up in the situation where he's running track and stuff like that?
So eventually, when he was, I think, like 13, his he told his like gym teacher, and he arranged like a thing to get him out of it and to live with like a Somali family. But even then, but then he was like getting into running at that time.
So what was the background of the family that he ended up with from Somalia? Like the first family, the one that was treating him like an indentured servant.
They were just like rich, like white people.
For real?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was like
this blows my mind that this was able to happen even in the 90s.
I know. Well, it's a super common thing, like in the Middle East, like Dubai and stuff like that. Like it's like now it's like very common for that same thing. Anyways, so, but he never told anyone about it, and his coach actually like helped him get citizenship, but it was kind of deceptive. Like it wasn't on the up and up, and so he's a little bit worried about like coming out with this, that they would renounce his citizenship, but they were like, no, obviously you're good.
you keep winning those gold medal, we'll keep those.
Yeah, but it was just crazy because he like never really told anyone about it. And
that's insane.
Obviously, that was something that fueled him in his running.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look at, like, I think in the States here, there's obviously there's a problem with human trafficking all over the world. But the way they, like, if you think of, like, the people that got stuck in that semi truck.
Oh, yeah, man.
Coming across, like, that's just insane. There's so much of that. I don't understand this day and age, though, where, like, there's surveillance everywhere.
I think it's just, like, they do it in some ways, like, backdoor, like, loopholes.
Well, like, it can also, like, it's a family saying they're adopting him, and he comes over as, like, an adopted kid, and they're just shitty people. And like kind of like the Dursleys and
like a Roald Dahl novel.
Or something like that. Like, just, is it like, was their intent to be? Were they just crappy people, or was their intent to?
No, there's intent for sure. It was like he was brought there to be their servant. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
But I mean, it happens still. Like the restaurant I worked at in Fells. I mean, a lot of restaurants in Baltimore do it. The back of house dishwashers. It's like basically human trafficking.
Yeah.
Like they get paid shit. They get paid normal wages, but they have a middleman that takes like half their wages. But
there was a sushi restaurant in Mount Vernon that.
Dude, it's like every restaurant.
They had to do that.
Yeah, it's like all. There's. Anyways, the dishwasher that I worked with was like from Laos, and even though he made half of his paycheck here, it was still like it was so much more than there. So he just did it. But he worked like 80 hours a week. It was crazy. Like he was like there the whole time I was there. Like every morning, night. Anyways.
That's
crazy. It is crazy to think that still exists.
It's unfortunate, but like a lot of times now when I see like a headline in like a news article that's online or something like that, I don't click on it because I just assume I'm going to get, the clickbait where you have to like paywall. I'm just like, whatever. So I saw that I said that, he had been trafficked as a child, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And just scroll, like I didn't.
Yeah,
dig deeper.
You should. So the BBC is doing a documentary about it. There's like a film that's coming out, I think, this weekend, and that's where it came from. So I kind of want to watch it. It'd be interesting. But it's crazy to think he came from that to winning gold, 4 times,
representing the country. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his life now is pretty, spectacular.
Yeah. And then he eventually did like go back and meet his mom and his
cool.
family. So I think that's in that documentary. Anyways, so that's that. Is there anything else we had to cover? Oh, shoot. We didn't even talk about the shoe we had.
Yeah, we can do the shoe real quick.
Real quick.
All right, so Robbie and I actually, along with Ben Johnson, put this shoe on review already. It's the
go ahead.
Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3.
Too
at
many.
That was so
Too
much.
many
So much.
Yeah, I really loved it.
Really loved it. Wow, I was gonna say it seemed like you liked it. I wouldn't say that.
I would say I love the ride of it. The upper, I don't love.
I felt the reason the upper was a giveaway for me is anytime I used to just think something felt bottom heavy, and it was just too much weight on the bottom. Now I feel like if the upper isn't done correctly, it throws the balance of the shoe off. So for me, when a shoe feels bottom heavy, I go, there's something off about the upper. And this one, I think they tried to make it too light. And they eliminated too many things so you don't get that secure lockdown over the midsole. And I think that's why I felt like it was a little bit on the bottom heavy side.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't feel that, but
Did you get a blister from this shoe?
yeah, in my like Achilles area.
Which is weird because they've got that little flippy thing. That's
Yeah, it was
supposed to-
actually a little bit, I think, lower than that. It was like lower than that part.
Do you
But
think it was just the back of the heel rubbing against the bottom?
I don't know. I guess it was like that. I did get actually 2 blisters, but I was already having a problem at the top, so I'm not gonna put it
See,
on.
that's
this
why I
one.
was surprised when you say I loved it.
Well, I mean, I didn't feel the blisters honestly until I looked at until one was bleeding later on the day. But the ride of it, because it has more foam in the forefoot now and it's wider, so it's more stable. I feel like it just like it's unlike the Alpha Fly that's stability maybe took away from it. This is now. I just feel when it hits you right in the midfoot, it feels so good.
I do like it as well. One thing that you brought up, the Alpha Fly, that I think will appeal to people on this shoe, the arch is not as pronounced as it is in the Alpha Fly.
A little bit though.
You have an arch, but
I didn't notice it.
I didn't. That's the thing I was gonna say. You really notice the arch in the Alpha Fly, and I didn't notice the arch in this shoe at all. And almost to a degree where I kind of wish it had a little more pronunciation right there, but.
Like,
Yeah.
where's this falling in your super shoe lineup? Like, is this at the top?
I feel like it could be in the top 3.
It's I would say it's in the top 3, but I would put Metaspeed Edge and Metaspeed Edge Plus and the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3 above it. I
Yeah.
think it's right in there. I think that if this had a better upper,
Yeah.
then it would be. I think that Saucony did such a nice job with the upper on the Pro 3, and I think the Metaspeed Sky Edge Plus just again fits really well and works really well all together. I think that's my only knock on this shoe is that it just doesn't have the same cohesive feel as those two shoes.
Yeah.
But the ride and the foam, I actually felt like this foam got better the more you ran on it.
I can see that.
Which is weird because like most of the foams you take out of the box and they only get worse. This one I feel like you definitely
It feels more dense than some of the other super shoes.
Yeah.
The foam.
I think so. But I don't know. It has a good bounce. The carbon fiber rods work well. By the way, I like the cutouts because it makes it look like, like when there's a dinosaur thing in a book and you like pull. Actually, I had a Jurassic Park toy as a kid, like where it's like the T-Rex, and you pull off a piece and it exposes like
Rib
the
cage.
skeleton underneath.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it.
May couldn't tell where
Sorry,
you were going.
sorry.
Like I knew where you're going.
That's what it reminds me. Is like it has these pieces where you can see the internal workings.
I got you.
Yeah, I went with like a sports car cutaway kind of analogy, and then also, it just has that what we're seeing from that truck that Elon Musk made. That
It seems futuristic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cybertruck.
yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, I think it's a pretty great shoe. Nice update.
Yeah.
$250.
The only other thing is the upper is pretty much a hard plastic mesh, which is good to keep water out and sweat out as far as weight wise, because it won't absorb anything. But it's not the best feeling thing.
And it's very hard to lace.
Impossible lace.
But the outsole grip is amazing. It probably has to be like the best rubber, right? On an outsole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Continental. I have a Continental tire that I had to put on my bike, so I'll report back on that one too.
Yeah. And you talked about the green and black color of this shoe. Mm-hmm. You know why it's green and black, right?
I don't think I do.
I think it's World's.
Oh, you think so?
I think this is the World's color.
Okay, I could see that.
So for the thing that we're going to, or that we're at right now, this is the color scheme.
All right. Well, that's 45 minutes of your life that's been wasted, listener. So,
But you got to learn a lot today. Let's go back and cover. We're going to be at Worlds.
Yep.
You can join us there. Robbie lost $20, so if anybody wants to send in $20 for Robbie,
I'm not a beggar. I am.
yeah, or some free potato chips.
Oh, yeah.
And
I can
Meaghan?
tell that story.
I don't think we brought this up on the podcast yet, or have we? Did we talk about the short fin Mako?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait, can we save it for next time?
Okay.
Because that seems very important. I don't
Okay.
want people tuning out to that.
Okay.
yeah. All right, and we covered
Don't forget.
the shoe. We covered our grip miles. Everybody's rolling around pretty well. Brandon's actually kicking some butt. Meaghan and Brandon are way up there right now.
We got two dudes at the 30,000 mark for elevation. Mac McComas and Jeremy Gardner.
I always forget how high Everest and all that is, but like, what is that 30,000 if you've got that?
Everest, I think, is 27,000. So they're already
So
over Everest.
yeah, they're like jumping
Crushing.
And
down.
we're 10 days in.
Yeah, 10 days in. All right, and I just want to say thanks to Brandon for putting this together.
Wait, we're not doing the outro yet.
Oh, we're not doing the
This
outro?
is still the intro.
Oh.
But today's guest is Ben Johnson, so that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Ironically, he was just calling me.
We should have said that in the beginning, but
I mean, we can go back.
it's
in
in
time.
the title, right? People
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
People know.
And a lot of people want to know Ben Johnson, and that was a fun conversation. It's just like hanging out.
Ben's
with
delightful.
us.
Yeah.
And we'll see Ben later this year at other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's kind of like another Kafuzi for us because we see him so often
Yeah.
and get to do fun stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the intro. So.
Enjoy.